Climate change is not the problem out here. It's not what created these forest fires. Yeah, that's good coffee, fuck. It's weird how the fire it jumped, eh? Like this piece got missed and then it goes around, it's all back there, it's down on the other side, but there's lots of little islands that just didn't get hit. Now, of course, you got to start watching for bugs. I'm sure we can spot a couple. I hope we don't. Yeah, here's exactly what I'm talking about is what takes place. So you got blowdown that's created from our harvesting. You got the bark beetle that's gone in here, and now it's spreading into the standing timber. So it's just, it's one problem after another. This is the reason I'm out here walking this right now, to, you know, figure out what our next plan is. Can't leave it. You leave that, and there again, it's like cancer. So we're gonna start spreading. So right now we've identified 2 blowdown with bark beetle, 1 tree that's already hit, and God only knows what else. Well, last summer, they had a wildfire that started in Adams Lake, and because of our mismanagement within BC Wildfire Service, they'll say otherwise, but we all know what it is. It managed to escape from Adams Lake and come all the way over to the Shuswap and burn up thousands of hectares. A lot of people lost their homes, businesses, lots of private timber. So it was anything but good. Climate change is not the problem out here. It's not what created these forest fires. Mismanagement is what has created these fires that are out of control. We never had these issues years ago. Even 10 years ago, we didn't have these problems. A fire is like cancer. If you don't jump on it and respond with all your resources instantly, it spreads. But they lay back at that office and they just twiddle their thumbs. Reason being, every one of those red shirts in that office is making bank on overtime. So how do you have a company in charge of fighting fires that is making money and profiting from the fire? You need the stakeholders of the land, be it First Nations, the loggers, the ranchers, the miners, the people that are making their living from the trees. Fire Center is making their living from fires. Yes, I'm getting excited over this because it pisses me off and I'm sick of it. The North Shuswap would never have survived if it wasn't for the likes of the Bischoffs in particular that stood their ground, stayed behind, and fought. And they were shit on. They were cut off food, they were cut off absolutely everything. They were told basically to stay on your own property. They fought, they protected this. There are 4 generations of them out here. They protected what they believed in. And they're the reason we didn't lose this whole community. But we've lost thousands and thousands of hectares in the last 10, 15 years because of the way we're mismanaging our fire protection. You know, we can give money, our government can hand money to foreign countries. We can give free drugs to drug addicts on the street. We can give free health care, but we can't look after our natural resources. They're afraid. They're afraid of fire. They're afraid of fire behavior, yet they're trained in it. Like, it's pretty sad when they lose their own fire camp. What does that tell you about their management? There is some crews that are just fantastic. They know what they're doing. They're good to work with. I mean, they're essential to have. You need your ground crews. But when you get some kid that all of a sudden says, I'm going to do a backburn at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when he's read the weather report and he knows high winds are coming, what are you thinking, man? Like, if that was your parents' house just down the street, would you do it? I don't think you would. But you're not from here, so you don't care. You're just gonna light her up, and then they're gonna put you in a bus and get you the hell out of BC afterwards. No repercussions. So fuck those guys. When that little fire started on Adams Lake, and they said, well, we're gonna monitor it. No, stop monitoring. Get out and put it out. So if I had a little fire on my block, am I just gonna monitor it and just tell my bush boss, no, we're just monitoring it. We're gonna continue to cut trees though, but we're gonna monitor this fire. No, it's called, Brent, you shut down, you call the right people, and we're putting this thing out. There's no pissing around. Like our fire preparedness, we're on it weekly, documenting, testing our pumps, our equipment, making sure that our equipment is in good order, our tanks are full, our pumps are working, we do mock drills, we have a proper response plan, and we have to. Because the problem is, unlike the government, is they're not liable for anything. Whereas Brent Lebeau, if he starts a fire, oh, look out. Like my little $5 million policy I have to fight fire will be ate up in no time. So I cannot afford to take a chance. This is kind of the residential area of, it's the lower portion of the properties that we've been logging. And this area, it really got hammered hard. And this whole subdivision, as you can see, the houses that are still here, they're all kind of, the homes are built up kind of in the timber. And I believe they're roughly under 150 homes that were burnt. The whole lower strip, which we refer to as the birdhouses, they're all gone too. And it's kind of sad because Craig and I both went to the school up here, and I remember those birdhouses as a kid. It was a nice little subdivision. I mean, you can just imagine it was all treed in just like the other side. So these people have been out of a home now for almost a year. Yeah, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, it was totally avoidable.